On today's live TV, an in-depth look at our conveyancing service, and colleagues in Henley help to bring a local fraudster to justice.
Good morning. So far this year we've approved an amazing 97,000 mortgages and recently upped our lending commitment to a whopping £17 billion. We're helping our customers with one of their most important purchases of their lives, with some of the best mortgage deals on the market.
We've also taken steps to protect ourselves and our customers from the risk of fraud when lending money for a mortgage. At the beginning of the year, we announced plans that we're going to be working with Countrywide Conveyancing Services, a firm that specialises in conveyancing.
I have an email here from one of our customers, Jane Phillips. She says, "I just wanted to drop you a line to say a big thank you for making the process of buying my first house an enjoyable one. In particular, my son loves running around the garden and hiding in the numerous outbuildings. I shall be recommending you highly to my friends and colleagues." We're now going to meet Mark Fernley, Head of Sales at Countrywide in Manchester. He's going to talk to us about conveyancing so that we can understand the options customers will have from the 29th of August.
Conveyancing is the legal transfer of title from one person to another. The property involved could be a home that someone is living in, business or commercial premises, or a large estate. Well, once a customer has agreed their mortgage application with HSBC, the customer and HSBC need to instruct a conveyancer to act for the legal side of the transaction. At Countrywide here, we take care of all the legal aspects of the transaction, including drawing up the contract and liaising with the land registry. Conveyancer will check the legal title of the property to ensure there is no legal issues there that affect the value of the property. Within the conveyancing transaction, there are two major landmarks. Firstly, there's exchange of contracts, the point at which the purchaser legally commits to buying the property, and this is followed by completion. Completion is the day where the customer will pay for the property, legal title is transferred to them, and usually the day they receive the keys and move in. So why did Countrywide set up a managed panel of conveyancers to act on HSBC's behalf? Well, there have been increasing instances of conveyancing fraud within the mortgage market, and we are working very closely with HSBC to help reduce the risk of this. At Countrywide, we're extremely grateful for the support we've received from members of staff at HSBC. A new conveyancing option is being introduced on the 29th of August. Customers will be able to choose a conveyancer that is accredited to the Law Society's Conveyancing Quality Scheme, and HSBC will usually also instruct that same firm to act on their behalf. This means that a customer will not need to pay a £192 fee to a separate firm representing HSBC. HSBC legal costs will still be met by the customer by a fee charged by the CQS firm. It should be noted that sole practitioners who are CQS accredited will not be able to act on behalf of HSBC for mortgages worth more than £150,000. There are over 1,500 CQS accredited firms within the UK, which means there are more choices available to customers, and what's important is that this new conveyancing option has been agreed by the Law Society of England and Wales. There are two further options available to customers. First is the HSBC managed panel, and finally the customer can use a firm of their choosing, but if this firm is not on the HSBC managed panel or CQS accredited, then the customer will need to pay £192 to cover HSBC's legal costs undertaken by a separate firm. This firm is usually instructed from the managed panel. Well, this year over 5,000 people have moved house using the services of the HSBC managed panel, and we're delighted to say that we're seeing high levels of customer satisfaction. One of the reasons to be confident is our panel management team that are based in Manchester. This is the team that you can see sat directly behind me. The panel management team monitor the performance of all members of the HSBC managed panel on a daily basis. Our systems are integrated with those of the panel firms, which means that at the push of a button we can see exactly where any customer's transaction is up to. It's been great to speak to you all today, and thank you for your time. We're very excited about working closely with HSBC in the future and delivering great service to our mutual customers.
Here's your news from across the bank.
colleagues at Henley Branch helped to bring a local fraudster to justice. Branch manager Dan Lomas and cashier Marianne Salim spotted him in the banking hall and took action.
Road W had been active within Reading area a few days before visiting the Henley-on-Thames branch. When he eventually walked into the branch, I spotted Road W instantly. The police and major fraud unit were called immediately. Road W was then escorted into one of our interview rooms by the police to be arrested for suspicion of deception.
Way to go that extra mile and make a difference.
The team from HSBC Stirling have been supporting their local Rotary Club. Throughout the year they hold fundraising events, but recently helped to organise a day out for school children from their local special needs school.
With the Olympics in full swing, we get to chat to another colleague who was picked to volunteer as a games maker.
What made me volunteer was just to be part of the Olympics. It was just as simple as that. And more importantly, I wanted to be part of welcoming everybody to the UK. I'm in the transport team. It covers everything from the people who are actually doing the driving through to what I do, which is working in one of the Olympic family hotels, which is where, for example, the IOC stay, and helping them out with their transport requirements. You just want everybody to be on their best behaviour. You want everything to be shiny and for people to just really, really enjoy themselves.
Tracy Haynes, a business specialist at Lakeside Branch, hit gold with her winning Best Place to Suggest idea. She wanted a new flyer in branches aimed at potential business banking switchers. The idea was piloted as part of CMB's sale. Well done, Tracy.
Like Tracy, it just takes a suggestion or email to make a difference. So don't forget to contact us here at Live TV to feature your story or branch on an up-and-coming show.
Thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back next week where we'll be looking at the Your Home campaign, which launches in early September.
Until then,
Goodbye.
bye.